Hello world, I'm making 12 videos in 12 days about games I got around Christmas time, because I really need a distraction from the fact my games what I finished this year video won't bloody upload. One year, Mini Me and Mini Scott had a big decision to make, something we thought long and hard over and even discussed at certain points. We didn't talk back in the day so much as guess what the other one is thinking by the sideways glances and glares we gave each other. We're okay now though, apart from him constantly stealing my games. But yeah, big decision, one that to a certain extent would affect the rest of our gaming lives. We had to pick between this or this. To be honest, I think we made a good choice. And I was excited for this one, so much so that I actively hunted for where they'd hid the present, something I'd not done before or since, but to no avail. Until Scott found it in the wardrobe. It was a complete accident as well, that's a really annoying part, he wasn't even trying. Anyway, the bundle we got included Tekken 3, Tomb Raider, WWF Warzone, and today's subject, Hard Trilogy. Yeah, pretty much half my possessions have cash converter stickers on them. I don't think this is a well-remembered game, if indeed it's remembered at all. Obviously based on the movies, you have technically 3 games in here. You have Die Hard, third-person shooter, you have Die Hard 2 Die Harder, a light gun game, and Die Hard with a Vengeance as a driving game. Now you're probably thinking that splitting the resources over 3 games would lead to a low level of quality overall, or maybe I'm being a bit presumptuous. You'd be right though, parts of this game look horrifically clunky. There's a surprising amount of depth to these games. Die Hard lets you run around, shoot the mans, get better guns, get power-ups. There's even hostages to rescue, some who are under threat of execution if you don't get there fast enough. Die Harder 2 Harder has lots of destructible scenery, plenty of guns to pick up, plenty of big set pieces to blow up with your guns. And Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance Harder has you driving like a maniac through the city to defuse these bombs by ramming them. And then they start putting them in cars, it's pretty cruel. And there's power-ups here too, some increase your points, some increase the time you have left until the bomb goes off, and then there's the launch one, which shoot you all the way over some kind of blockade. It might get old after a while, but honestly I'm not there yet. And there's those little touches. I love when developers throw these in, like birds flocking away when your car goes by, or the windscreen wipers turning on when you run over civilians. Look, I didn't say it wasn't morbid, I'm crediting extra effort where I see it, okay? Now supposedly, and this is a bit of rumour here, the driving part was originally all we were going to get, but the publisher jumps in and insists they cover the entire thing, as in all 3 movies. Only one of them really involves driving, so you kinda have to make new games. They had a publisher mandate to add 2 new games over the one they'd already done, and then they actually went ahead and did it. Yeah, the developer part of my brain might be kicking in here. I definitely remember asking myself how some of this stuff was possible, how it all fit on one disc, how it wasn't a total mess. Except in some ways, it is a total mess, but a playable one. And a memorable one for me. Even if the entire engine was held together with tape and gum, which it probably was, come to think of it, they made it to 2 things it wasn't designed for, still doesn't matter. It worked. And I've not even mentioned the soundtrack, which is wonderfully diverse, goes with every scene of the game, and it made it onto more than one mixtape that I made when I would just record stuff off of game CDs. But this has gone long enough as it is.